All right, so this is ES is going down. Heck yeah. Oh, melt this thing off. It would be quite a red day if tomorrow was actually that yellow zone. So this is the S&P futures. Uh, again, you've probably heard of SPY or QQQ. This is what drives order flow into that ETF, which is why I watch this. If this gaps, I care about it. If SPY gaps, I really don't care. As far as futures open today, they close for an hour every day. Take a little nap, a little breather. They opened up, gapped down, and we're selling off, which is absolutely amazing because, again, this is what Doge looks like right now. Just up and up and up and up and up. And it's very hard to buy on this uptrend. And even in my chat, I feel weird because we're just twiddling our thumbs. You're either on that train or you got to wait for the dip. If you again want to make money and not just get chopped up, this is rough. So I think quite a few of us are probably gonna be excited for this dip buy. We started to base out right here. We held it. Sellers again just took over. Again, here's worst case scenario. If you buy Doge after it flattens out, you put your stop right here, you tag out. You take one small loss, you let it dip down a little bit further, and then you buy a real dip. This is not a dip buy. This is a continuation play. I think we're waiting for the dip buy. Markets are at highs. I think all this is the Trump pump. So here's the elections. Trump's going to be president. Bing, bang, boom. We send it. Something we did talk about. Again, I don't bring up politics, but as an election, there was one the markets clearly favored over the other. I don't know if we would have got this reaction if Kamala was president. Nonetheless, all short term. As far as presidents go, I feel like I have to say this now for TikTok purposes. It doesn't matter who's president. All right, red, blue, if there ever is a purple one. Markets are always there's times markets are green in both scenarios, markets are red in both scenarios. So don't really care about that, but I do think markets favored Trump for this one, so you just get this short-term reaction off it, right? Next will be like, are we going to follow through with this? But nonetheless, markets are just trending up. We're in a bull market, so all you can do is buy the dips when they happen. I do think there will be a crash next year, so hopefully you guys haven't lost all your money on Doge and you can still be here for that. Crashes are where a lot of money is made. You can still be long. When the crash happens, go short, send it. And you take those profits and you buy the dip and you just double dip on everything. It's not incredibly hard to do at all without even timing the top or the bottom. You could just halfway do it and kill it when the market crashes. Which I do think will happen next year. Ballparking, we're just throwing darts. I'm thinking Marchish. But for right now, this is not the crash I've been talking about. This is nothing. If it pulls back down to here, I'm buying it. I will probably buy SPY calls, and I'll probably go long a couple futures contracts. But right now, I need to wait for that to happen. New Doge video. Check out YouTube Don Fran Trading. Patreon and bio Linktree if you're wanting to learn. Shout out to my admin, Casey. She's killing it. Where should I put 3K? In my pocket. I will tell you a cool story about where it went. Just kidding. Before you give it to somebody else, consider it. Just consider it. Okay. I've never had anybody donate 3K to me before. I don't know. Really depends on your plan. There is a video coming out in actually 14 minutes on YouTube on Don Fran's show about plans and are you trading or investing? Because your 3K, very open-ended question. So you need to answer that plan first before I can answer that. Can I briefly explain what futures are for TikTok? It's being asked. Okay. They're actually what drives a lot of the market. It originally came out, and it's got its name from Starbucks. You guys like Starbucks, don't you? Yeah. Remember when that one guy told you to not drink Starbucks in the morning and you'll be rich? Who listened? Come on. $6 a day, and you'll be a millionaire next year. Not on Earth, but if you spent $6 in Pepe every day, you'd probably still be a millionaire in Pepe coin. Anyway, okay, so Starbucks, they have to buy their beans, right? So this was a way for like Starbucks to do their accounting. They go to the futures market, they buy all their beans on there because they're saying, I'm going to give you this. I usually give this example in corn because I know there's bushels of corn. I actually don't know what beans are rated in, to be honest. There's barrels of oil, bushels of corn, but they're going to say, hey, I'm going to give you this much per bushel of corn. And that's throughout the year. You can do your whole accounting throughout the year based off of that. And they're saying, hey, I'm going to deliver this in the future to you at this price. Farmers can sell their crop. Everything can happen in the future. So again, that's just where it got its name from. So you're selling real stuff. It's funny enough, it used to be delivered to your door, but a lot of brokerages had to change that to automatically a cash settlement. You can look this up. There was a guy in Florida who did buy some oranges, future oranges, orange futures contracts. Anyway, they expired. He took delivery, had like 1 or 2 tons of oranges delivered to his house. Absolutely hilarious. Bushels of beans too. Okay, thank you. But anyway, how wild would that be? Take that to the farmer's market. Might have a nice little business on the side. Anyway, there's no PDT rule. There's a lot of tax advantages to it. There's a lot of people there's a lot of gamblers that jump into futures for those reasons. They don't have 25 grand to jump in the stock market. So this is a leveraged aspect, by the way. Not leveraged like options. Options kind of spool up. Futures stay relevant. It's like a supercharger versus a turbo. Futures are supercharged. This is the S&P 500. It is a cash settlement. No one's going to show up to your door with 500 pieces of paper and say you own this many of each company. But the most liquid product out there is the S&P futures. Yeah, orange juice, frozen concentrate. You'd probably have to freeze some of that. Soybeans, coffee beans contracts are by the pound. Okay, so each contract is 37,500 pounds. Thank you. And then it's what, 1,000 gallons? Yeah, I think it's 1,000 gallons per barrel. No, it's traded in 1,000 gallons. I just know it's $1,000 per $1. Do I think Doge and Pepe are done for the year? I can answer this one. My opinion, probably not. I think there will probably be a pullback, and I think the second wave happens. If that second wave has a lower high, it's done. That's probably too much for the coffee grinder to handle. Now that you mentioned it, I wouldn't mind buying that much. Anyway, where do I get into futures? How do you start doing futures? First of all, I would say follow me and start asking these questions in live streams. It's a completely different asset class. If you think you make a bunch of money on Doge, wait till you try an ES contract. There's a reason why you won't look back at meme coins, and it's because doing it properly, you will literally laugh at the meme coins. You bought Doge at 31. Ooh. That sucks. You're right there on the edge. Do you want to put your stop in the green? Or do you want to rock that out? I don't like green trades going red. Am I playing BABA tomorrow? Is that because Michael Burry, his statements came out and did he add more to BABA? I had someone ask me about that earlier. I'll look at BABA. Give me 1 second. Let me get these futures done. This is supposed to be a quick stream too, until 300 of you guys showed up. Futures headed south. I guess if there was a knife catch, if tomorrow we could only make it to here, I would buy. I would be bullish over the weekend. But that's if like Friday before the bell, markets for me close at 3 p.m. We're talking 2:45. We're right here. I would go bullish over the weekend. If we're breaking through that, I'm gonna wait for that zone. All right. Actually, let's go over the expected moves. Market makers do have this priced in. We're almost there. I think the fireworks are probably done. We'll close somewhere around here. I do bet we'll be down tomorrow, which is amazing because we needed a pullback after this run. The NASDAQ. Now, I prefer this one over the ES, the S&P 500. So if I can get NASDAQ here at this zone, I would buy that one. Grandpa Dow, a little bit of a pullback. So we played the back and forth game right inside here, finally breaking that to the downside. It's not the best dip buying at this blue zone. I would really buy the dip down here. In fact, I'm going to put my alert right here. When that alert goes off, I'll buy a futures contract of that. I have not traded this in a very long time, but that'll be the day I do. Okay, so we're going to talk about BABA. Michael Burry added to his BABA and JD position